Alright, so this is a suggestion via a donation. The name of the video is why people stopped caring about Nikocado Avocado. Bro, who even is that? Let's get it. Let's check it out.
In 2021, Nicocado's presence was basically inescapable.
Okay.
He was
yeah, I know he is.
beefing with Penguin Zero, being satirized by Meat Canyon, and was even called out by PewDiePie. However, since being the talk of the town, people seem to have lost interest in Nicocado's shtick and are only watching the videos to confirm he's still alive. Nicocado's lost three main elements which had previously made him interesting, the first of which being, as mentioned previously, his conflict with other YouTubers. This began back in 2018 after PewDiePie first mentioned him.
One of the biggest mukbang channels is Nikocado Avocado.
And with the video gaining over 17 million views, Nikocado realized that conflict helped him grow.
When PewDiePie reacted to me, I was like, oh, yeah. PewDiePie, yes, whatever, call me shameless, whatever, greedy, but every YouTuber low-key kind of thinks that, you know what I mean?
He'd therefore lean into this by responding to James Marriott, although having noticed that drama increased his chance of being covered by other YouTubers, Nikocado allowed his life to spiral out of control. Alongside gaining over 200 pounds, Nikocado was given further exposure through a series of videos by Oompaville, although it'd be after these uploads that Nikocado took things to a whole new level. He began to fish for more negative public attention by uploading increasingly
This man's shirt says, I identify as skinny. I love it.
polarizing videos such as I'm at the hospital, my diagnosis has arrived, and my new diet as a disabled person, with these videos certainly giving Nick the attention he was fishing for. On the 30th of September 2021, Penguin Zero uploaded a video titled This YouTuber is Slowly Killing Himself for Views, in which he'd show to over 16 million people Nicocado's absolute train wreck of a life.
But then he started to notice that the videos that gained a lot of traction were videos where he was just fucking gluttonous and eating 1 million calories per sitting. This is what he used to look like in 2017, and then when the videos really started to gain traction, he gained over 200 pounds. He is slowly killing himself and documenting the journey the entire time while having an understanding of exactly what he's doing.
Nikocado,
guys, what's crazy about this very specific thing here is that I have, like, since YouTube, I can definitely attribute about 120 pounds of my weight specifically to YouTube. All right, that's absolutely terrible. I spend too much time sitting down all day long now. Yeah, it's bad, and I don't eat a lot at all like that. I just generally don't. But I just sit down too much. I guess the calories that I do intake do not balance out with my level of activity. I understand it, right? I get that. But my channel isn't about eating or anything else. Like, literally, go back to my earlier videos. You'll instantly see my weight gain.
He gained over 200 pounds. He is slowly killing himself and documenting the journey the entire time while having an understanding of exactly what he's doing.
Nikocado took the chance to respond with his own video.
This person thought it would be cute to sit down on the computer and talk about my weight.
In which he'd highlight how much exposure he'd been given.
Look at my page. You said 20,000 people like that to thumbs down my content. And everyone's emailing my manager. People are contacting my network.
With Nicocado's response leading to another video from Charlie, reintroducing Nikocado to an audience of 15 million. Less than 1 month later, Meat Canyon posted his own video titled King of Mukbang, which not only exposed Nikocado to a further 20 million people, but also prompted another response.
Meat Canyon, oh, clever name. And I actually looked up this person on Google, and he's fatter than me.
Meat Canyon then responded with his own video, firstly explaining Nicocado's strategy.
Because the dude's smart, he knows that he's like, that's going to be clipped, it's going to be put up on the internet, it's just going to drive more traffic. What he's doing, he's a clown, but he knows what he's doing.
Before highlighting another reason that Nick had gained an audience, the mystery around his character.
It's like gone into this crazy charade where he blinks a lot, he does all these faces, he stomps around, he does all this kind of crazy shit.
At the height of his fame, Nikocado Avocado was a complete and utter puzzle. People had no idea what was real and what was fake.
I think he's an actor. I don't actually think that he thinks this way.
Was he actually breaking up with
what 0% body fat looks like right there?
His husband every month, or was it all made up for the show? Was he actually disabled, or did he just buy?
Okay, bro, the imagery of this is crazy. I mean, I get it. I mean, I don't get it, right? But I get it. at the same time, kind of, a little bit, right? Like, it's absolutely odd to look at. Hopefully he didn't sit down and eat all of this, guys. I never really understood the mukbang channels like that. I never truthfully understood why you would want to actually purposely watch someone eat.
The machine to gain some extra views. What was he like when the cameras weren't rolling, and to what extent was his personality exaggerated?
Why is he constantly crying?
I'm a troll. He's just acting. I'm not acting. You're an idiot. But thanks for the promotion. You're only making me richer.
The mystery implied that
Basically.
Nikocado's life was fresh, new, and interesting to the audience. Every video began with him making a fool of himself in a range of different ways, while mixing in some classic Nikocado jokes and phrases.
And all these people are making fun of my weight, saying, oh, he let himself go. It's called a medical mystery.
Each episode then ended by a
This is not a medical mystery, bro. I'm letting you know right now that whatever this is not a medical mystery. We know exactly what the problem is. I'm not sure I could finish 1/20th of that. I'm telling you.
Extremely unhealthy food, usually kept fresh with some drama from his husband. However, after reaching a peak in interest from the public, Nikocado began to face a serious problem. He was only being talked about by everybody because his life was such a train wreck, it couldn't get any more extreme.
He keeps getting worse because he wants us to watch, and he knows the only way to get people to watch him is if he keeps getting worse.
Although by divorcing his husband, becoming disabled, and gaining an incredible amount of weight, Nikocado couldn't make the clickbait any more extreme, which not only gave other YouTubers nothing fresh to talk about, but also made each Nikocado video extremely repetitive and perfectly predictable. The titles and thumbnails were all very similar, the jokes and phrases
Bro, hold on, wait.
Perfectly predictable.
The
titles and
That's out of pocket, bro.
thumbnails were all very similar, the jokes and phrases never really changed, while the foods Nikocado would eat didn't vary either. On top of this, the drama within the videos was so predictably consistent, it became an ineffective method of keeping the audience engaged, as they could tell it was always clickbait. However, there was one variable that other YouTubers began to suggest he implement.
I would love there to be an insane redemption arc in this story, where he turns it all around and starts making healthier choices as we watch him rewind time and turn back into that 140-pound violin-wielding twink we talked about at the beginning.
If Nick made a weight loss journey video,
I mean, give him a little bit more weight than 140 pounds as a grown man, please. Please.
Shit you not, it will be #1 on trending. If he actually loses weight and kinda looks like his skinny self, he will earn all of our respect. Watch him come out of this jacked as heck, and his channel goes from a bunch of eating to diet and workout routines to help other people going through what he did. That'd literally be the greatest thing to happen on YouTube. With the whole world hoping for a Nikocado weight loss journey, he'd upload 2 different healthy mukbang videos, which didn't get nearly as many views.
People say a lot, but they don't really mean it. They say
I'll give you that. On YouTube, it's so interesting, right? Like, people could complain, absolutely. Why are you watching this type of thing, or why are you doing this type of content, right? And then you ask them, well, what would you like? What would you actually like to see? And then exactly what they would all like to see, for some reason, never gets any views, right? And it's just the weirdest thing in the world, guys. It's the oddest thing. I mean, we could absolutely blame, like, the YouTube algorithm. The YouTube algorithm is probably the reason why he started his downfall, right? And a lot of other channels started downfalls within the last year. I'm sure everyone can probably attest to a lot of their favorite channels, like no longer being notified that they're even posting any longer. This is this weird, terrible, part of YouTube we're in currently these days, the stage, right? And again, this is the main reason for most likely his downfall.
say, oh, we want to see you eat healthy. I did that twice on my channels.
2 times?
2 times. And I got half the views.
Instead, Nikocado returned to the same old repetitive content, which caused a steady drop in his viewership until he finally did something different. In November 2022, Nikocado spent a week with fellow YouTuber Oompaville, producing 2 documentaries, a mukbang, and a TikTok reaction video. The 2 YouTubers made for such an entertaining duo, Nikocado actually became incredibly likable, although given his most viewed month ever was when the entire world hated him, being admired by the audience might have actually been a negative. The other problem on top of this was that over the course of the videos, Nikocado steadily disintegrated the mystery surrounding his character. This proves it's an act, and makes me enjoy it versus be disgusted. Glad he did this. I like how sometimes you can see him break character. Reminds me that he's more than just this caricature. Okay. Nick's mystery dissipated further after the first episode of their podcast.
It's hard to explain that it's a character, but it's not a character. You are a character, but there's no character.
That's the best way to put it.
Which generated even more.
This man is sitting there cupping his belly. This is such an interesting individual, guys. Right? He's so interesting.
Positivity such as, these podcasts make me unironically like Nick so much. When he's not ruining his life and screaming, he's actually really funny. Behind the character, he actually sounds like a fun, cool person. However, these comments failed to correlate with a substantial increase in views. Nikocado had seemingly made a deal with the devil. The more hated he was, the more views he'd gain, and by choosing to walk down a more likable path, most of the hate watchers disappeared completely.
Like, guys, you can say, people can say whatever they want to say, but whatever is working, right? If that makes any sense. Like, specifically on YouTube these days in 2024, whatever is working has to maintain. They have to maintain it regardless of what people are actually saying in the comments, unfortunately. That's kind of how things have to be, unfortunately, on YouTube. And the only way to prevent that is to literally yell at the people that are in charge, if that's the case, guys.
Might have been furthered by another positive announcement a couple of months later.
I lost 89 pounds. And look at my arms. Oh my God. You don't even recognize me, I know.
Although losing weight meant doing fewer mukbangs, which while being extremely positive for his health, was a negative for Nikocado's relevancy. During 2021, arguably his most popular year, Nikocado uploaded 24 mukbangs to his main channel, which is exactly triple as many as the 8 uploaded in 2023. This becomes even more significant on his second channel, More Nikocado, where he uploaded 339 mukbangs in 2021. Whoa, compared to just 15 in 2023.
Bro, wait a second. So almost every day of 2021, this man ate like that. Bro, we have to do better for this man. I'm sorry. All right. I didn't know it was like that. I thought he was just posting regular, like, random videos, like, I don't know, once or twice a month. He was just binging, right? But 339 in 1 year, and he was eating like that, based on what we saw here. That's just...
Yeah. I've missed you a little bit. I know I don't post much anymore, but... I don't even know what to say about that.
The problem with uploading fewer videos is that you fail to see where the genre is going, and the content therefore becomes substantially harder to innovate, which becomes obvious after looking at Nick's recent videos. His titles and thumbnails are still the exact same as they were 3 years ago, while the introductions have barely changed either. This might explain why his most recent main channel video didn't do so well, and while Nikocado has joked about quitting on multiple different occasions.
Yeah, bro, if you quit, you quit, I guess, right? But absolutely do not delete your channel. Like, that's your royalty money for you making content for years. Don't do that.
A video uploaded just a few days ago feels like he might be serious.
But it's nice to be away from all you a-holes. Why am I here for you anymore? I don't even know why I need to be here. So that's why I just moved over to my Patreon. Everyone has their tipping point. And you know I have thick skin. Very thick skin. But everyone has their breaking point.
I can imagine.
In 2000...
I mean, from what it sounds like, specifically if he stopped, that might be the best thing for him. Specifically if he's going to have the ability to not eat in the manner that he was eating. Imagine the sodium, guys. Oh, that's craziness, guys. But if he's able to kind of get his life back on track, that's a great thing. I think everyone, for the most part, needs some type of redemption as long as they're not out deleting people. If you delete someone, I'm not sure you deserve redemption, bro. Or mess with kids. If you mess with kids or delete somebody, you don't get any redemption, bro. But for anything else is, for the most part, we can work through it. Okay, we can work through it. Or if you're taking people's bodies by force, right? Pass on that too. You're not redeemable. But everything else we can basically work through. So, you know, he was this weird character online. that was his life. He's changing by the looks of it, at least. Specifically, if he needs to, exit YouTube, and specifically if he's still on Patreon, that's a good thing. At least he's able to kind of, still maintain himself. So, respect. Absolutely. And the algorithm was the reason why, I'm telling you. Why people stopped caring about Nikocado Avocado. The algorithm helped that, trust me. The algorithm has helped a lot of YouTubers decide this year and late last year that they were no longer going to do YouTube because YouTube ruined YouTube. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.